Hey there, welcome back to our holiday building world. In this episode, I am just going to give you a quick tour of our completed island. Now, if you didn't know, I built this every single day for 25 days in December. And so I had lots of fun. No tutorials here, but I think that's okay. If you stay tuned, I am going to share you a glimpse of what my tester world looks like, and it's just like some of these things are a little bit crazy, but let's just have fun. I'm just gonna do a very quick tour, and if you're interested in building any of these things that you've seen here, definitely just check out the playlist. Let me know down below if you enjoy the series. But yeah, let's get started. All right, so I'm going to tour this during the day, but you kind of saw a glimpse of how it looks like at night. All I did was I went around the entire island and added a bunch of lighting. Like this one, I built out a little bridge, just use our candy cane swing build, and added a bridge in the middle, and then added some chains there and some lanterns. And we have a nice little bridge that we can boat into, and that's pretty fun. You can extend this and make this a pier if you want. I think that would be fun. Over here we have one of our Christmas presents build, the easiest build that you can build if you want to start somewhere. That's where I recommend. And then we have our stockings. I think this is like day 2. Really fun build there, and I suggest you trying different colors of stockings. I think that would be fun to have like different color boots there. And then this one was the first one that we did for the entire island. It was a little small gingerbread inspired house. I love the chocolate looking trapdoors, dark oak wood. Forever is like so fun to build with. And over here we have our generic snow globe. We just added some snow golems inside, but was able to make like a little hidden base area where it's quite cozy. I think that was like my favorite part, is being able to add like a little cozy area in here, complete with the fireplace, turn into a base, like why not? Like you could live inside the snow globe, but I think that's a little bit too small. Definitely make it bigger if you want, just make the circle bigger, but that's what we have there. We have our little bigger present if you want that. It's quite easy as well. And our snowman with earmuffs. Like this one was so fun. Like I would definitely build this in my world, like it doesn't require that many blocks. It's just a little bit tricky. And then once you build it, if you go inside, you'll see that there's a tiny little loft for you to look outside, but that's all you can do in here. Definitely, it is one of the smallest builds, but it's workable. You have your bed and everything that you need to get started. And then another present box over there. I did skip one. This one was the fireplace with the Santa coming out of the chimney. I think this is like also very easy. It's not hard. It's just a bunch of bricks, brick walls, and then some quartz on top. And then with the Santa shape there. Like if you don't want to build any faces or anything, like that's one way to do it. Just build like, some legs. That's so fun there. And then in here you could turn this to a wood storage or something, but I like having the fireplace, especially at night. It looked really fun. So there's that there. And then we have our milk and cookies in the background, just a cup or a glass of milk with a cookie in a serving tray for Santa. What I didn't add here was like a sign that says Dear Santa, but that's okay. If you want to add it, go ahead. If not, that works too. And then this one is our hot chocolate or hot cocoa, complete with marshmallows on top. That is one of my favorite builds. And we also have a little cookie or chocolate on the bottom, or maybe overflowing there. And then this is like a quick light that I added. They're quite taller than the others, but it's okay. It's just glass panes in candy cane fashion, and then with the lantern on top there. There's a little bunny getting stuck on a block. Very classic. Over here, we have an ice skating rink. I was a little bit lazy, but you can definitely just change out all of this into packed ice so it looks more realistic. The reason why you don't want to like ice skate just on the the lake or the river is that you want it to be smooth. So in this area it's nice and smooth, good for little kids, good for families, and that's what we built there. It's just a generic little rounded area, and then we added a little arch here, an entryway, which is a little fun. Over here, I did knock out Santa's helper's belly. it was filled in, but we left this empty so we can turn this into like a ticket booth. Just a little idea. You can transform any of this into something that works into your specific world. So we did that. Over here we have our ornaments, really fun. We have the classic candy cane inspired, the Santa's belt, and then Grinch inspired. All of this ties our island together, which is great. And then over here we have our giant candy cane. This one I would say is one of my favorite builds, like being able to get that pattern, that swirl. Um, I really like that. And then over here we have our cozy penguin. I was kind of sad that this didn't get many views. I like penguins, and you can build it not just for Christmas. You can build it all winter, especially on like a cold island. But it's okay. He's very cozy over there. I would change out the beanie color if you want, or just not him wear a beanie at all, but I think it's so cute and adorable on this corner. Over here we have one of our final builds. We have Santa sitting on a sled. He's a little bit outgrown for the sled, but it's okay. It's not his actual sleigh. Then we have a Christmas present, all that stuff. It's so fun and so cute there. Staring at his milk and cookies. He's ready to roll, or was ready for Christmas. And then we have, of course, our finale. Grinch popping out of a Christmas present. What I did was I added a door in front and then some buttons to look like buttons, but you can actually just open it and go through. And it's like you can turn it into a house inside, or anything that you want. You can add some lighting. I just use end rods. I think that's fun. You can see here I did use end rods for the light instead of the glass panes only, but that works as well. And we have our Christmas tree. This is like a small Christmas tree, like I said, but you can make it bigger if you want, or smaller if you want. I think this tree is perfect for our world, where things are not too big, but they're not super super tiny, so I think that works out. And then over here we have our playground, which was a two-part series. Originally I didn't plan to, but I think the playground itself is one of the harder builds, just getting like the shape right, like that circle, and then building like the tidbits of like the slide and the ladders and all that stuff. And then I didn't even show a tutorial on the sandbox, but pretty easy. You just knock out some flooring and then add a trapdoor rim around there. Some picnic tables, our candy cane swing sets. We have the smaller versions over here and the larger one. You could definitely add another large one over here if you want to terraform a little bit, but yeah, it just depends on what your maps look like, and if it works, that's great. If not, that's totally okay. And then this one is our like Christmas market inspired sort of build. Is a little shop where you can get your hot cocoa, coffee, eggnog, and milk. Buy one and then take a sip and then watch your kids play in the playground. That was the idea there. Over here we have one of the bigger builds in the island. The Nutcracker, I didn't really turn him into a house, but you absolutely could. He's a little bit skinny, but I think he works as like a decor. For me, the Nutcracker is more like a decor that sits on a fireplace, but if you do like the play and everything, like that's like a perfect build to your islands. Next to him is, the reindeer. And I put the reindeer all the way over here as opposed to next to the sled and all that stuff, because I figured there's a lot of room over here for the reindeer to roam. So that's actually why. Pretty cute little house. This is our classic build style that we saw in I also have like a Hello Kitty series. Like this is the classic. You build out the head and then you bring it back and you have a little house. Really easy there. Over here we have our classic 18-wheeler truck, but this time with a little truck bed. So it's almost like a towing truck. It is delivering a Christmas tree, another one, just decorated a little bit. I added some end rods for some lighting. Over here we have our Christmas wreath. Like this one was one of our top videos, and I think because it's so fun and so easy, and you can turn this into another portal if you want in your world. Quite fun there. Over here we have our gingerbread man. I did change out the bow tie, added a redstone lamp just to add some additional lighting. And then inside you can turn it into a house. You see here I kind of knocked out the sides of the gingerbread man just so that we get some light popping out at night. I think that's fun. And then another present there. Really with this style of builds, like you can change it into any color that you want. Like I used the cherry blossom wood and the cherry blossom planks, as well as I made it a little bit longer, so it's a rectangle instead of a square, right? It's totally up to you on how many blocks you want to use and the block types. That's the beauty of building. Like I want you to be able to just take it and then use your creativity to see what's best. That's a beautiful sunset going through our gingerbread house there. This one was and is my favorite build. Like, it's so cute. A gingerbread house inspired. It's pink, classic, you know, with red bricks and everything. So it kind of fits in the theme. There's red and white banners on the bottom so that it's like a nice little you know, fitting to our holiday worlds. And that does complete our tour. And you can see at night it does look pretty cute with everything kind of lit up. I kind of got a little bit lazy and just used a bunch of lanterns, but you could be a little more smarter, add some lighting in the floor, add some stuff there. For the flooring, I know it's a little bit hard to see now, but I added some stone bricks, some mossy bricks, and some moss just so that we can get that more green in here, because everything is so red, right, and so white. So I just wanted to kind of contrast it a little bit. But yeah, I really enjoyed building this. I'm gonna show you my tester world so you can kind of laugh with me on some of the ideas I originally had. And yeah, all right, so if you did want like the download to the other world, just let me know down below. I'll try to figure it out. But this is my tester world. You can kind of see, like, I only have one build of this truck. Really easy to build and figure out. I think I had fun building it. The tree was also very easy, so there's not a lot of stuff going on there. This over here is an attempt of me trying to make a peppermint candy, and it just looked like a wacky sort of floor pattern. I don't know, like somebody's bathroom if it was black. Over here we have our original candy cane build. Yeah, you kind of see, like, I was trying to figure out that swirl pattern, but it was quite hard. So I just kind of did, like, you know, mix match a little bit, and it just didn't work. So I kind of gave up. Over here I tried it with glass, and it looked a little bit wonky as well. So you can kind of see, like, sometimes, like, you have an idea and it doesn't work, but you can keep trying and testing and then take a break, and eventually you'll figure it out, right? Over here we have Santa's helper. This was one of the quickest, easiest build that I've made. He's so easy, you know, you just throw some blocks together. Like, this type of build, when it comes to like characters' faces, it's more simple. Nutcracker was easy as well. It just took some time because I originally made him just flat, so just one pixelated layer. Brought him out and he was a little more 3D there, so that's good. This was a terrible attempt as trying to make like a 3D reindeer. Like, I was kind of like, you know, trying to build like an actual reindeer, not just like a head. But it didn't work. It looked creepy. So you can see there's some legs floating here. And then we have, you know, the original head that you saw. So I started with this, try to put it over there. It just didn't work. So I was like, you know what? Let's just do this. Simplify it. That's another good thing there. Over here, I have like a cabin that never made it to the build. Maybe we'll build it for another series. Here's the second look of it. But yeah, nothing really happened there. And then we have our cozy penguin. This guy is so cute. We have another attempt at a penguin. Like, I like the shape. It's just a little bit wonky. So I was like, nope. Let's try again. Over here we have another one. I think this is the first one. Like, it's just quite whack, right? When I try to build, I always start with the one layer, and then I'll figure out how to make it 3D later. But this one looked like he's wearing like a giant apple. I don't know if you see it. Just not it. Gingerbread Man was a little bit hard as well, but I think still cute. And originally I wanted the fence like everywhere, but when I look from the side, it's just kind of floating. So I was like, let's just remove it. Oh no. Give me 1 second. All right, the weather is nice and clear again. We have the one that you actually saw. I actually went to the tester world to show you this. This is like the classic wreath with the nether portal, and the way to get in is use the boats there. Just kind of right click and then shift to go out. But I failed out, so I didn't want to go to the nether world. There's no need for that. Over here I have the original playground set. I built this first and the layout was like this, quite simple. I also had a sandbox here, but I wanted to use this as a thumbnail, so I removed that. But you can kind of see originally I had like bigger park benches over here. Decided to go against it in the tutorial because it was blocking like the Santa's helper, and I didn't want that. I wanted to see that really clearly. On the back here, like, there's barely anything, just like planning, right? That's what you saw me doing in the video. Over here you kind of see, like, I originally like put some red underneath just for some color. But everything else is the same, quite easy to build. Same with the gingerbread house, just playing with it until I was happy. Added some buttons here and there, added some colors, and then the ornaments was really easy as well. You kind of see I used some glow berries and just kept using it throughout on this side and that one. Just a way to add more lighting and color. This was the original attempt at building the ornament. Did not work. And then we have our milk and cookies. Originally, I had 2 cookies, but I built a serving tray and I decided to remove the second cookie. You can definitely build more. I also added sugar boxes as the milk chocolate, so you can do that too. There's that Dear Santa sign. And if you see like random blocks like next to like the original build, it's because I'm counting, like I'm sitting here counting like how many, so that I can rebuild it in the actual island. And then here's Grinch. He's a little shorter in here. I wanted him to be taller than the tree, just overlooking everything. So that was the change that we made there. This one was originally trying to be like a train, but it looked more like a sled to me. So I did that, but I didn't really like how it looks. Like, you guys let me know if you like this one or not. But I tried to do like a little sled moment with some chest in the middle, just maybe like Santa riding it or something. But I think the sled is actually backwards, so I didn't use that. This one, hot chocolate. I've built this similar version before for a Hello Kitty build. Didn't go live, so I changed to hot chocolate, and I'm glad I was able to do that. I think it's so fitting into this theme. And then we have our snowman. Like I mentioned, you can change the scarf to any color that you want, and I used diamond here, blings. Really great, really fancy, but change it to any color and it'll fit your world. And then we have Santa's down the chimney. I added item frames up here and glow berries just for some decorations. Like, you can do that in your world as well. Over here we have like the Christmas tree. I like this star better. I don't know what I did here, but in the final version it was a little bit confusing, but it's okay. I like that version too, so that works out. And this was the snow globe. I had to put a bunch of like blocks here to count like the ice and the soul lanterns there, just to count like how many I need to build. And then we have like different versions of the Christmas presents. I like this. Like, I don't mind it. It's just like so simple. If you ever saw my Lego video, like this would be quite similar. You come in and it's just like a bunch of squares connected together. But I didn't want to be, so boring and do the traditional present stacking like that. So I try to do like the Christmas present like that one. And then it was too big for the world, so I went smaller, and then for the tutorial we went smallest, right? Which is okay. I think that definitely works out. In the middle over there is the snow globe attempt. First one, like, I don't know what I was doing. Like, if I had the mod, I could build a spear like easily, but not everybody has a mod. So I was like, I want to make sure I can like show you how to build it and build it easily as well. So that's what happened there. And then we have like the candy cane, the final candy cane. I randomly decided to try again and it worked out. So I'm glad we were able to do that. Over here I have like the tester arch for the ice skating rink entry. A little bit different. It's a little bit more taller, I think, but it still works out, and that's great. Santa looking so cute and like, I think it's like a chibi style, like really cute over there. Like, he's great. Over here was the original Santa. I think I built this in like day 2 in my tester world, but I didn't like it. Something about him just didn't work for me. Like, I think I was just sick of building like face shape and then house. Like, I wanted to do something a little bit different for you there, so we went with that. These are my attempts at building like a red car. You kind of see like I'm just testing ideas, just did not fan out, and that's okay. Here's a stocking. We have a green and red version as well, green and yellow. I'm not a fan of the yellow, but I was trying to see if we can do like some contrasting colors. I do like the green. Maybe like if you were to change a couple of different details, I think that would be great. I tried to play with different patterns and ended up with doing something simple and more recognizable, which was the red. So that's what happened there. And over here is my original like Christmas present testing. It looks terrible, and I'm glad we were able to figure that out, but going a little bit backwards there. And then we have our first build is the gingerbread inspired house. You can see red and green. Just this one was fun to build, so I added some rose bush as well. That's my classic. Reminds me of the Hello Kitty build actually. And here's the original cabin. That didn't work out there, but that's pretty much it. Over there you can kind of see like I tried to build a Halloween series, or at least logged in, but it didn't work out, so we didn't get to do that. But yeah, let me know if you enjoy looking at this tester stuff. There's more like Hello Kitty stuff. There's more, I think this is like sushi over here. But yeah, I definitely had fun building the holiday series with you. It's a challenge for me, and it was like great like hearing that you were able to like build in your world, or you just enjoyed watching it. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful new year.